Hello there, this is Noel from Many Want Justice. Yes, I want to talk to you about a 33-year-old Chinese immigrant who immigrated here, became an American citizen, and it's about police brutality, okay? So this Asian man by the name of Kuanchung Kao, he goes to a bar in Ronhert Park, close to his home, and at the bar, he gets into a little bit of an argument with some other people at the bar because of you know because of his race. He's Chinese, but they're asking him if he's Japanese. So he corrects them and he tells them he's Chinese. And then the person who talks to him says that you all look the same, and I guess he got offended by it. So the bartender kind of like separated them, okay? And that evening he gets into an argument with another customer at the bar again, okay? This is a 33-year-old man who's an engineer, and he went to the bar to celebrate his promotion, okay? So instead of he gets into an argument with another customer, but this customer stabs him with like a throwing dart in his cheek, and they call the police. The police don't charge that person with a crime, but end up sending Mr. Kao, Kuanchung Kao, sending him in a taxi home. So when he arrives home, his wife probably won't let him in the house because he's upset about what happened at the bar, and he's yelling and screaming, and he's upset. So while he's outside, the neighbors hear him. They call in because there's a noise complaint against him, and then the police come in. I want to show you a picture of him, his wife. His wife is a registered nurse, and they have two kids, one girl and two twin boys. I'm gonna flip the camera over, and I want to show you him and his family. Here you go. Here you go. So that's Kuanchung Kao with his wife and three kids, as you can see. Okay, there you go. It's not too clear. I guess it's okay. So that's his wife. She's a registered nurse. He's an engineer. He has a daughter and two twin boys. Okay, here's the background of the story about how he was shot and killed by the Ronhert Park police. Okay, this happened in Ronhert Park on April 29, 1997, around 2:15 a.m. at Maria Place, where they live in Ronhert Park. Okay. Officer Mike Lynch was the first police to respond to the scene. Okay. When Officer Lynch arrived, he saw Mr. Kao. He was upset. He was holding some kind of a stick, kind of like a broom or something, and he called in. I guess he called in for another officer to come in, like for kind of like for assistance. So Officer Jack Shields was the second officer responding to the scene. Okay, so this guy was he was drunk, he was intoxicated, but he wasn't, harming anybody. He wasn't threatening nobody or harming anybody. So his wife was trying to calm him down and take the stick away from him. Okay, and he was still upset about what happened at the bar. He got into an argument with a couple of these customers at the bar, and his wife tried to help him, but Officer Shields asked his wife to leave the area. So she kind of like backed away, and when she backed away, Officer Shields pulled out his service pistol, his service weapon, and he shot him. He shot Mr. Kao in the chest one time, and that killed him. While he was shot, he was also handcuffed. He was face down on the ground in the driveway while he was handcuffed. They were calling, his wife was trying to give him some medical attention, medical help, but the officers were saying that, threatening her with an arrest if she helped her own husband. Okay, so 8 minutes, 10 minutes come by until paramedics come. By the time paramedics got there, Mr. Kao was dead on arrival. He was dead at the scene. So how could a man, he had no knife, no gun, and he did not know any type of martial arts move. How could he be a threat to an officer? Okay, they practically, that's more than excessive force. They shot him. They shot him once in the chest. They killed him. He wasn't charging at them. He wasn't running after them. He was just there in the driveway. Okay. Then they get a warrant to go search his house. They find nothing. No martial arts. Nothing in there. So they're trying to file charges against these officers. They want justice. Talking to the DA, talking to the district attorney, but nobody seems to nobody seems to help them. This is just he's just an Asian Chinese man from who just immigrated here, and it's pretty sad, that he had to go through some police brutality, And for me, I feel his family should get justice, So many people, sympathize with the wife, and they talked to her. Even Reverend Jesse Jackson came to talk to her. Senator, I think Boxer or Feinstein talked to her. There were so many politicians coming up and talking to her, and they also filed a suit. They filed a lawsuit on the city. The city of Ronhert Park. The representing attorney was John Burris from Oakland, California. So they got a settlement of $1 million, but that most of it went to attorney fees, and some went for the moving. So ever since then, they never really got justice for what happened to her husband, what happened to their father, you know. It's a sad story, you know. And it happens all the time, you know. Um, you know, a lot of people come to this country to work hard, but he didn't get the justice they deserved, you know. It's sad, you know. I wish there was more help for their family. Mr. Kao and his two boys are big now. They go to college in San Luis Obispo. His wife is a nurse. She's a director of nursing at some hospital, and the daughter's probably in college too. She's probably doing good, and I think Officer Lynch, he left the police force, and he works for a like a pet shop now, and I think Shields moved to Texas somewhere. I think he became a mayor in some city. You know, it's kind of strange. You know, you go shoot and kill somebody, you don't get charged for a crime. You move to a different state and you become you become a mayor. You know, it's a little too much there, man. You know, if you're a regular civilian and you accidentally did that, you would go to jail. You would go to jail. You know, you know. You let. I'd like to. You know. I pray for their families. You know, it's sad. You know, I just want you to remember that these are human beings. You know, they're not they're not like bad people. They were treated really bad though. You know. Well, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna sign off for now. Well, you guys take care. God bless. Stay safe.